It all started in 1965 when this working class hero first hit the streets. But that was 50 years ago, and if the Mustang is to make it in Europe, it needs to prove itself as more than just a one-trick pony.
So here we go, in the new Ford Mustang on the correct side of the car. 5 litre V8, as I've mentioned, 410 brake horsepower at its disposal. And I have to say, the whole experience so far is much more refined than what I was expecting. I was expecting maybe the ride to be a bit firmer, or, you know, the steering to maybe be a bit heavier, but certainly at low speeds there is an element of refinement to the car. It's not too noisy, the steering's quite lightly weighted, and the ride isn't bouncing me about all over the place. So I have to say, first impressions, it seems to be quite a usable machine day to day.
The interior is a marked improvement over its predecessors, both in terms of quality and design. Interesting details include a historic plaque and contrasting surfaces. Ford's Sync 2 touchscreen infotainment display dominates the centre console, while supportive seats keep the driver in place. Its coupe profile means that space in the rear is limited, but this 2+2 is suitable for children.
But that's enough of the boring bits, because it would be a bit of a waste of this 5 litre V8 if we decided to just talk about seating positions and heated leather, this, that and the other. Let's put this car through its paces.
Zero to 62 miles an hour takes just 4.8 seconds, and the Mustang will go on to a top speed of 155 miles per hour.
This car has several different modes, from normal to sport to race, and they increase everything from throttle response, weighting of the steering, and also as you progress, the traction control lets you have a little bit more fun. Now I've got the car in race at the moment, so it's fairly alert. The brakes are beautiful, they're really responsive. They're sort of pre-primed before you put your foot down, so they bite almost immediately. They're great big Brembo discs here. The gear change is lovely. It's really delicious, nice, short, crisp throw. And that torque from the V8, beautiful. Just beautiful delivery. Nice and linear from the naturally aspirated engine. This is what a Mustang is all about. Now again, back on the brakes, you can feel the weight move around the car. It's not a light car, the Mustang. It's not the lightest footed machine going, but it's a nice progressive transfer. I can feel it wanting to slide the back out here. I'm going to keep it tempered. Here we go. Dab of the brakes, dive in. There's good weighting to the steering. Not lots of feel, but the precision is really there. You can probably place an apple on a corner and splatter that one no problem at all. And of course you look really cool because you're in a Mustang. The roar of that V8 is what you buy this car for. Into third, down the main straight here, really stretching its legs. Another quick shift into fourth, and onto those fantastic brakes. They are really good as something goes flying in the car. Whoa! There's a bit of body roll. There's maybe a bit more body roll than some of its European competitors, but I tell you what, it's really manageable. It's certainly a car that talks to you in terms of the way it moves its weight around.
Independent suspension for the first time in the Mustang certainly helps its handling.
It's certainly a lot of fun, and its time in Europe has, well, it's brought a bit more civilization to the Mustang. It's more of a jack of all trades now as opposed to just master of the number 11 skid. No longer just about the quarter mile. It takes the hairpins pretty nicely too as well. But I think the brakes are the highlight thing for me. The brakes are really, really good, really responsive, good bite to them. But this pony has one more trick to play, and that is something called line lock. It grips the front brakes and makes you do awesome burnouts. And for no reason other than the fact we're big kids, this is what one of those looks like. You can have the new Mustang from under 35 grand, and it is an absolute bargain in terms of what performance is on offer.
Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe for more on the latest and greatest cars to hit the road. For all of the latest automotive news, written reviews and coverage from motor shows, go to www.insidelane.co.uk.